Okay, hap for hap around the house, we have ourselves another very piss poorly designed item. This is off of a small lawnmower. Came with this thing, which I believe is supposed to handle the expansion and contraction as the gas gets cold and hot. But it broke. It gets tightened down and there's no stop, so that pressure of you tightening it down puts pressure on the cap. Sooner or later, it was bound to break because it's designed to break, I would imagine. So what we're going to do is we're going to fix it with this old Gorilla Glue. Actually, it's an epoxy. And it's starting to yellow. It's going to go bad in a while, so I'm going to use it up. I don't know if this is going to work. I don't even know if this is going to be okay to use with gasoline. So if it's okay to use with gasoline, we will find out. If it deteriorates and gets all squishy after it's cured, well, then we'll just have to buy a new one. I think a new one's 10 bucks or something. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a rotary file on my little Hitachi, and I'm going to grind some little divots in it so that it'll accept the epoxy and won't immediately break after I put it back on the lawnmower. Get this on high speed. Okay, it's on high speed. Just like that, so that the goo can come through. I'm gonna go a little bigger than that. This isn't quite deep enough, so let's see if I can go deep enough without wrecking it. That looks about right. We're gonna do 4 of them. I'll put a link down below to Amazon if you want to buy one of these rotary files. They're really handy to have on hand. All right, go get my hands a little clean. All right, that came out okay. Now the whole idea is to have a little blob of this epoxy stick through so that it'll have something to adhere to. So what I'm looking to do is I'm looking to fill that whole thing up, the whole base up with a thin coating, maybe not even such a thin, whatever this holds. I don't know, I've used a little under half, I think. So let's mix up some epoxy. And I'm just going to squeeze it all out. We're going to go for one shot here. Man, this stuff is thick. Ooh. All right, that looks okay. Just like that. Now they do come with a little, what's really cool about this is it comes with a mixer right there in the packaging, and I try to save it, but this is just too much for that little compartment they give you. So we're going to mix it up with this. This is just off of a sour cream container. I cut it with a razor blade. Mix this epoxy up like so. That looks like a sick person's snot. It's nice. And there's a slight smell to this. It's an epoxy smell. If you've ever used it before, you'll recognize it right away. And I try not to get it on my skin, of course. Now this is supposedly a 5 to 10 minute cure time, so you want to kind of move it a little bit. That's why I have everything sort of prepared. I'm just trying to find a good spot for this to sit, because when it broke, it was in a certain position, and you want to get that position, whoops, you want to get that position as close as you can so that this top sits in there as well as it can. No gaps, in other words. Let's find our spot. That looks good. I might want to tape that maybe. I think I do. Hang on, let me grab some tape. Just a little piece of packaging tape just to hold it in place. That looks pretty stinking good. Hang on, the cat's looking at my cabinet. All right, that looks pretty nice. Let's dump some epoxy, shall we? I'm gonna scoop it up. That. Drizzle it in. I've had this for about a year now, and I haven't had to use it on anything, so this is actually pretty cool that it won't go in the trash. Now when I'm done with this, providing that it works, I'll drill a small hole in the top so that the expansion and contraction of the fuel will still have a place to go. I don't think it's going to blow up or anything if I don't have it. But I do recall on really older ones made in the 70s that I used when I was younger that there were a couple holes drilled through the top. But yeah, we're just going to do it like this. And if it doesn't work, I'll just buy a new one for 10 bucks or whatever. But let me take you off the stand here, and you can see what I did. There we are. There it is, and you can see a little bit of it leaking through. There's my loudmouth cat. See a little bit of it leaking through, and that's good. That's what I want. I want a little bit to leak through, and this will set up real quick. We had it sitting there for 3 or 4 minutes, so we'll see if it works. I'll come back and I'll show you. All right, I believe we've had some level of success here. I cut the paper plate off, and yesterday, right when the epoxy was still gummy, it's no longer gummy, it's set up, I came out here and I screwed it on to the gas tank on this lawnmower. And now you can see, I don't know how the camera's gonna pick it up. You see that ridge along the outside? That's this lip right here. As I screwed it down, I put pressure on it because I wanted that to meet somewhat, have a mating surface there. And it looks like it worked. Let's take it inside, cut the paper plate off, and see what we really have. Let's see what we have here. See if we can cut this off. Click knife here. Let's peel it off. All right, and that's what remained. The epoxy that seeped out, but that worked out really nice. And that isn't going anywhere. That's super tough. I may take a sander and sand these knobs off a second, but probably not, just because I really don't care. I find it hard to believe that a company that's been making motors as long as, I don't know if that's a Briggs or not. I guess I really don't know. Well, whoever made the freaking gas cap, who would have thought that you'd have a failure in a gas cap, right? But that's the world we live in. And I was going to throw away the epoxy anyways because it was starting to yellow, but that worked out really good. Now I may take this little, I guess, gasket vacuum relief and insert it in there so that it'll be a nice sort of, because there's some give to that. That's a seal of some sort to seal up the gas tank a little bit and work that in. Maybe cut this little dicky off here. But that's it. It worked out really good. It fixed it. The Gorilla Epoxy, it's as good as any other epoxy. Oh, and it's tough. Look at that. I mean, that is some tough epoxy. I can't break it. But again, I may just grind that off. So if you've got something broke around the house, pick up some Gorilla Epoxy or JB Weld. They make a really good epoxy too. I've used both. This was clear. It didn't matter if it was clear or not. Now, the next thing to know is if gasoline will indeed soften this epoxy up. If it does, then I will have to spend the 10 bucks to get another one of these poorly made gas caps that will break again. Hap for hap around the house. If you liked the video, consider subscribing. Any of the tools that I use, I'll put a little Amazon link below so you can pick them up like this. This is a dynamite click knife. It's an Olfa silver, all stainless steel. Works really good. Again, this is Hap for Hap Around the House. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, hit subscribe, hit like. Thanks for watching. See you next time.